I feel like a Ghostbuster in this thing. What is going on, guys? I am finally back with the WHYTE Paradox Kinetics Hermes collab. I'm super excited. I've got to admit, every project I've done recently has just been a pain in the absolute backside. Things seem to be taking a turn this week and all the decent projects are starting to get rolling again. I've got this back with the motor fitted with the help of my friend Rob. I left it with him because he's an expert on bikes and bottom brackets far more than I am. Wanted this motor fitted properly and I was busy, so I've left it with him and he's done a sick job. So massive shout out to my mate Rob. And here it is. We're going to try it and get the rest of the bits fitted and up and running, firing up either tonight or tomorrow morning. Fingers crossed, there's not too much to do to the bike now, so we're trying to create like the sickest EB in the country, or at least one of them. I don't think there's going to be some bits out there, ain't going to be too much on par with this for a proper usable, pretty decent powered EB. I mean, again, like I said in the first video, I don't think you need much more on this power, otherwise you might as well have an electric motocross bike. As far as usable full suspension electric mountain bikes, I've got my money on this being around the kind of perfect combo of something usable for proper enduro off-road riding. Anyway, without any further ado, let's take you in for a closer look. We can just appreciate for one moment the Christmas decorations on the sofa. I couldn't be bothered with a tree this year, so it's just a work of art, isn't it? So mad, it's like it's got a freewheel built into the actual EB. It's pretty crazy. I say we get some pedals on this thing ASAP. Got these little rock bros, however you pronounce it. Pretty sick looking set of pedals. Think they're going to go pretty well on the bike. Think that might be a good place to start, eh? So, actually, the most important thing you do with any bike build, I don't care if it's electric, non-electric, I don't care if it's a £50 mountain bike or a £5 grand, in this case probably more grand mountain bike, the most important thing you have to do to any build. Scissors. Made a right old pig's ear over this. One bit stuck, there we go. Hey! Dog disc city. No dog discs inside. If anyone wants to buy a dog disc, send a letter to PO Box Dude Stuff. I just noticed very bizarrely that it's actually not got a valve cap on the back wheel for a brand new bike. It's probably the most expensive bike I've bought so far and it hasn't got a valve cap on the back wheel. Let's get these pedals on. Right, at this stage I think I need to just get all the other bits left because this Kinetics kit turned up with a lot of stuff and some of it was sent to my mate to put the bottom bracket motor kit together. Some of it I kept at my house. I think I need to just get all of the parts that are left together and figure out, see what parts are left and compile everything together so it makes some kind of sense to complete this bike because I'm getting quite excited at this stage. So starting from the left hand side, we have got the 52 volt battery, which I don't know if I mentioned in the first video. Since speaking to the chap from Paradox Kinetics, apparently that is encased in a strong fiberglass casing and he has offered to send me an additional battery so I can demonstrate attempting to smash the battery up. I don't know who would like to see doing that, but hopefully some of you guys will get in the comments and tell the guy from Paradox Kinetics that you would love to see me do that because I would absolutely love to make a video trying to smash things to pieces. Let us know in the comments if you want to see me attempt to smash a battery to pieces and to test the durability of the fiberglass casing. Anyway, moving on from the battery, next up we have got the KINE backpack, which I showed before in a previous video. It's got a very thick plastic protective casing. I've got no doubts in my mind that there's any issues with durability of the battery being in a backpack. It's put my mind at rest completely. Like, the quality of the stuff from this company is amazing. To the right of that, you've found the installation and user manual, which I haven't even opened yet. I'm going to have a look through in a moment. We've got a extended XT60 cable, which obviously I presume is going from the motor possibly up to about where the saddle is. so you can plug the battery in and out easily. Throttle, also on top of the installation user manual on the right. The throttle has got a blinking LED to tell you whether the battery is at 100, 75, 50, 25%, or you should really start to worry and charge your bike, whatever kind of blinking pattern it does. In the little envelope in front of that is a warranty, which I believe, from what I can remember, I think it's a year for the battery and charger, 3 years for anything mechanical, so it's got a really good warranty. And on the right hand side, far right, is your 52 volt fan assisted charger. And that is it. So it doesn't look like there is a lot of stuff, but obviously I want to try and install it correctly and tidily. I'm going to stick the kettle on, have a quick cuppa, which I'm not going to make you watch me sit and drink cups of tea, and have a quick look through the manual and then attempt to get this thing firing up for the first time ever. I'm actually pretty excited about it. Currently been snowing, and it's quite snowy and icy everywhere at the moment. If I can get this up and running, I would love to take it out over my local bike park. It's not an amazing track, but it's very scenic, it's very hilly, and I think that would be an absolutely awesome testing grounds for an initial first ride. Ice, snow, hills, beautiful scenery, nice backdrop. Yeah, gotta get this done, haven't I? This bike's got a really unusual throttle on it. I've never seen one like it before. I've messed about with some different positions. So the thing is, you've got the gears on the right hand side, you've got the dropper post on the left hand side. So I was thinking I can just have it here for now. I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of like, but then trying to get your thumb fully onto the grip and let go of the throttle, it gets wedged between the, you know, I don't like it. So I'm gonna take it all off again. I'm going to try and move the throttle next to the grip and then the dropper post further to this direction. Right, we've got the throttle cable and the XT60 cable which plug in underneath here. So I'm going to start running this up through this section of frame here. I'm going to try doing this cable run as tidy as I can without using cable ties where necessary. I do not want cable ties going the entire way round the frame anywhere if possible. Seat post on the underside of the seat rails, I'm probably going to have to use like some cable ties, like it doesn't really matter under there too much. What is going on, guys? The bike is done, or at least it's done as per the instructions. I have literally no idea of what's going to happen when I plug the power in. Hopefully I hit the throttle and everything kind of does what it's supposed to do. Let's find out whether this thing works. I'm not going to put the battery's down there on the floor. I'm not going to put it in the backpack just for the moment. I just want to see if this thing powers up at this stage. In hindsight, it might actually be easier to put the battery in the backpack because I've got to somehow lift the back wheel off the floor. Yeah, I've got a feeling the XT60 connector is going to be, that's an XT90 I think. I'm not a tech geek, but actually I think I was wrong when I was saying XT60 cable. That's the bigger one I think. Yeah. So when I was talking about that thick cable, it's actually an XT90 if I'm correct. This has got an XT60 on, so I probably do need to put it in the backpack. And like I said, I can't lift the bike off the floor, hit the throttle and hold the battery all at the same time. So I'm going to try and stuff this in the backpack and see what happens. I've not actually opened up this bag. It's actually quite interesting for me to see what's going on the insides of this. Right. So undo them two clips. Right, so we've got, I don't know if you can see that, it's got little straps, little seat belt for the battery. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to find the end of this cable. There we go. This is all interesting stuff. I did wonder, because the cable was pretty short, but obviously you can feed it out as long as you want. It's an interesting concept because I might actually build a bike with a battery in a backpack. I've always been a bit sceptical about the logistics of it, but yeah, interesting. Right, so in the kit, I don't know if you can see if it's focused on this on my face, but that is a XT60 to XT90 adapter, simple as that. So I'm going to plug that in so the battery can connect to the XT90 that goes to the motor. XT60 to 90 adapter. No. Oh, for fuck's sake. I could make out that I don't do dumb shit and not put it in the edits, but Fucking idiot. Hey, we're in business, right. Whack that in there. I feel like a Ghostbuster in this thing. Anyone? Just me? Heard some funny noises. Can you hear the fan? That's a good sign, guys. Oh yeah. Why is it spinning up? Maybe I should have read the instructions, but that just spun up and kept spinning up itself. Let's try that again. Right, I'm not touching nothing, but it's spinning itself. Not sure I want it to be spinning like that. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe it was configuring itself. I don't think it should just be... Yeah, let's try that. Right. That is so weird. Right, when you push the throttle and let go, the motor will continue to spin with low power so that it keeps the freewheel and the rear wheel engaged. The motor will stop completely when the bicycle has very low speed after 5 seconds. Right. So this is why you're supposed to read instructions. So probably when you're on the bike, that constant spinning isn't really going to particularly make it move very much, if anything at all. But it keeps everything engaged, ready to go when you get on the throttle. So that makes sense. This helps in situations when you need instant power for the motor, like I just said. There is no delay in response to the bicycle. Idling is very low power. If you push the brakes, the motor will disengage immediately, and that is what it did. I was like freaking out why the throttle was just going by itself, but that's good news then. So, okay, so I need to give this a try really. It's pitch black outside, so I don't know if any of this is going to come out on camera. And I want to do a video on its own of it riding, but just to finally see this bike moving under its own power, I say whack something warmer than a t-shirt on and let's go ride. I could just do burnouts out here all day actually, to be fair. Is there anything else? Hear the motor? Hear the fan? Yeah, I like that. That is so much fun. I can't wait to get on that tomorrow. Can't believe it's actually working. just excited to go out and do some more donuts and silly crazy shit. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that little video. I hope you're excited to see this bike out doing some rides and bits and bobs now, see how it performs. But that's crazy. I mean, obviously being mid-drive, you've got to put it in top gear, high gear, low gear for accelerating, top end, etc. So I've only briefly touched on the top speed, the acceleration, some of them bits where I'm doing donuts, I'm not even in the bottom top gear or whatever. So this is going to be loads of fun. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, because I'm going to be taking this out for some more extreme fun soon. Take it easy guys, thanks for watching. Shall we demolish the snowman as a final? Is that the snowman's head? How to demolish a snowman, Paradox Kinetics edition. Ow! That hit me right in the shin, it really hurt. I'm going to try and wheel spin it back up the curb because I feel like a hooligan there.